We're in London today at EGX Rezzed to show you XTV's top picks of the games on the show floor. This year's EGX Rezzed featured a whole host of unreleased indie titles and AA games that were playable on the show floor. Here are our picks of the best games from EGX Rezzed 2018. In Disco Elysium, you lead the life of a disgraced cop in the 50s. You're not just a good cop or bad cop, however. Your own cop persona develops with each crime that you investigate, as you choose how to approach the case. The emergent systems created by various RPG mechanics reinforce your cop persona. Even your choice of clothing can affect how the world reacts to you. Likewise, the attributes that you choose will also define your personality. For example, a character with high intelligence might be deemed arrogant by some of the people you encounter. From what we saw in the demo, the world of Disco Elysium's seaside town will be brought to life by its melodramatic NPCs, while the narration of a gruff inner monologue could bring much needed humour and absurdity to the game. This roguelike dungeon crawler was first announced in 2013, with an endearing zoomed out perspective of a tiny warrior. Yet Below actually delivers an intense experience, as you explore its unfamiliar world, navigating daunting caverns and defending against unknown enemies. You're launched into the world with very little introduction, forcing you to experiment with the various items, crafting mechanics and enemies that you encounter. Similar to other roguelike games, death is often an experience to learn from. I discovered strange glowing relics, failed at crafting, and was eventually killed in a cavern, but I had to try again. Figuring out how to survive in the world of Below is part of its charm. Procedurally generated levels provide new opportunities for exploring, taking risks, and finding new items to play with. 2 Point Hospital is due for a late 2018 release, a game in which you build and manage your own hospital within the world of 2 Point County. This new release hopes to build on the experience of the original simulator, Theme Hospital, with plenty of comical illnesses and annoying staff that will surely cause chaos within your hospital. A talk led by the developers from 2 Point Studios revealed the depth of character and animation within the hospital, which creates an environment that appears alive even without your own meddling. Patients can interact with each other in the hospital corridors, while doctors will complain and forget to wash their hands before surgery, among other annoying attributes. In 2 Point Hospital, it's your job to manage these characters, to keep the hospital running, and of course, to clean up after everyone. Phoenix Point is an upcoming strategy game from XCOM creator Julian Gollop, and is heavily influenced by the recent reboots of XCOM by Firaxis. With an invasion of mutant sea creatures, you lead the remaining forces of Earth to repel these enemies in turn-based tactical combat. In development, a large emphasis was placed on the AI systems of the enemy forces, which can adapt and respond to the actions you make in the game. The demo at EGX Rezzed showcased some of the Lovecraft-inspired enemies that you'll face, as well as displaying how the game's battlefields worked. Tactical combat felt streamlined and accessible, with small tweaks helping in certain ways, such as making your soldiers' line of sight clearer, and minor cutscenes also ensured that combat felt dynamic. New mechanics force you to adapt to different situations, such as the willpower system, which brings the morale of your soldiers into greater consideration. The mutant invasion promises exciting battles to pursue, but hopefully outside of combat, the enemy AI will prove just as challenging, possibly targeting civilian colonies that you might leave undefended in pushing back the invasion. You begin as a guest of the Penrose Hotel in this first-person puzzler, seemingly the only resident of this refuge, aside from its mechanical staff. Intuitive puzzles engage you in discovering more about the hotel, as you are guided through these colour-coded puzzles by a voice on your phone. A short portion of the game was playable on the show floor, with a demo level of puzzles that felt sophisticated and satisfying to work through. These puzzles are also complemented by the disturbing story of the Penrose Hotel, as the staff will prevent you from trying to leave, and you uncover more information about this world. Even the hotel itself can't be trusted, Some corridors are designed to warp your perspective and lead you astray, working alongside the mind-bending physics puzzles in the game. The elegant mystery of the Spectrum Retreat hints at a deeper conspiracy behind your unending stay. As you progress further into the game, you'll question everything you see in the hotel. So what do you think? Which was your favourite game of our picks? Tell me on Twitter at JJJamesSutton or tell us in the comments below. And make sure to tune in to the next episode of Relay.